All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about something huge today, professional ethics. But look, this isn't going to be some dry academic lecture. Nope, we're all about taking this stuff from theory and putting it straight into practice, like today.
So, I want to kick things off with a question, and it's a big one. Can you justify your actions at all times? Seriously, think about that. This is like the ultimate test of your professionalism. It's not about just knowing the rules, right? It's about being able to stand by every single thing you do with total confidence. It's a personal thing.
So where does that deep commitment even come from? Well, I'll tell you what it's not from. It's not from just memorizing a rule book so you don't get in trouble. Nah, true professionalism, it's about getting your head around something way bigger.
And here it is. This right here, this is the why behind all those rules. You have to understand your role and what society actually expects from you. See, as a professional, you're in a position of trust. People are counting on you to operate at a higher standard. We're talking care, fairness, honesty, the whole deal. And getting this? This is the foundation for your entire reputation. Okay, so we've got the why. Now let's get into the what. Because you can't live up to those big expectations without a super solid base of knowledge. This is your bedrock, you know? The stuff you absolutely positively have to know. No shortcuts. Think of this as your essential toolkit. First up, you got to know the role of your professional bodies, right? Like the Society of Chartered Surveyors Ireland, or SCSI, and the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, RICS. Then, of course, you need to be all over the regulations and the rules of conduct. And don't forget the ethical codes and professional standards. But here's the thing. This isn't just about cramming for a test. This is what's going to guide your day-to-day decisions out there in the real world. All right, so you've done the reading, you've got the knowledge down, great. But how do you actually show it, in your everyday work? How do you prove that you're not just talking the talk, but walking the walk? This is where the rubber meets the road. Ethics isn't some abstract thing. It shows up in stuff you do all the time, like identifying a potential conflict of interest, being totally upfront and transparent about your fees, knowing how to handle gifts and hospitality the right way, double-checking your terms of appointment, even just keeping up with your continuing professional development or CPD policies. Every single one of these is a golden opportunity to prove you're committed to doing things right. Let's zoom in on that first one, because it's a biggie, a conflict of interest. What is it? It's basically any situation where your personal interests could get in the way of your professional judgment. And listen, the key word there is could. It doesn't mean you've actually done anything wrong. Just the potential for bias is enough to be a huge ethical red flag.
So, let me ask you, when was the last time you faced one of these? I mean, really think about it for a second. It might have been something tiny, or maybe it was a major deal. But just being able to spot those moments, that's the absolute first step to handling them like a true professional.
Okay, so spotting these situations is step one. But just thinking about them in your head isn't going to cut it when it comes to proving you know what you're doing. To really build that professional portfolio, you've got to turn these experiences into actual, concrete evidence.
And here's how you do it. It's a simple, super powerful three-step process. Ready? Identify, reflect, document. That's it. You identify the ethical situation, you reflect on what happened, how you handled it, what you learned. And then, and this is the most important part, you document it. Get it down in your reflective skill diary, because that's how you turn a memory into a permanent record of your professional growth.
So let's leave it with this. Just remember, your professional reputation isn't built in a day. It's built one decision at a time. Every email, every meeting, every choice, it's like you're laying another brick. So the real question isn't if you're going to build a reputation, you are. The question is, what kind of reputation are you going to choose to build?